What's up, Facebook? Joe coming to you live back home here in Cobbs Creek, Virginia. Want to share the insights from today's excursion. Beautiful, beautiful day out there. So I'm going to sit back here on the back porch and enjoy the spontaneousness of what transpired today and how this all came about to get to experience live dolphins in the wild. But whew, I'm feeling it now, man. I can feel the sun on my face. We were out there for a good 4 hours or so. Hello, Georgia. I know Georgia appreciated those dolphins swimming through the I think that's the Piankatonk River over there. That's pretty much where I was going golfing the other day, Georgia. There's a river that runs right up from Virginia Beach, and those dolphins come right up in there. We did find the deepest spot we found was about 50 feet. A lot of it was 20 feet, and most of that river's between 7 and 10 feet. So as you can see, the bait fish, as they go up that river, those dolphins, they school up and they chase the bait fish together. And when you see schools of these bait fish, I mean, there's thousands of little fish that are going after eating. So first and foremost, thank you everybody for checking in here. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day today, getting over that hump, going out there, making the most of today. So in my meditation, I was out here this morning, I went right back to that same exact spot that I did the ritual yesterday in my bare feet again and grounded myself. And the voice said, do something spontaneous today for your family and something they haven't experienced before. So for me, it was like, okay, perfect. We're right here on the water. It's a perfect day. There's no wind blowing. We're going out on the water. So I called up to a couple of local places here. I found one guy that would do a half-a-day rental. Most of these guys were doing full-day rentals. So we made a couple phone calls. I reached out, talked to this guy, and I found out the guy used to be in California. He was in New York City for like 25 years, and then he's been down here in Deltaville probably about 5 years, it looks like. He's big into sailboats. He's a big sailboat guy. He just went all the way down to Key West, Florida, picked up a sailboat and sailed it back to Deltaville, Virginia. So it took him about 4.5 days. Good to see you, Sandy. How you doing, sweetheart? So we just got back here to the house. We did a little shopping out there in Deltaville on the way out. Got to make good friends and good connections again with this guy Ian over there. So I know I'll be going back there. He's got a fishing boat. So all my friends that are watching this, when you're coming down here, we're going out fishing, man. I'm going to take you on a charter boat fishing. You're going to get to see the dolphins in person for yourselves. And then we're going to go out there and catch some massive, they got these awesome trout. They got the bluefish runs up in here. They got the striped bass runs that come up in here. But the trout down here, they remind me of freshwater trout, but they're ocean trout. And these things get up to 10, 15, 20 pounds. And these things are fast. And you guys know I do a lot of fishing. John Figay, good to see you, brother. Continue to send prayers out to you, brother. Hope you're healing up nicely. To continue to send that good energy, to visualize that stuff leaving your body and all these things for all of us. To continue to pray for you guys, getting rid of all this fear and negative thinking and health challenges and all the other things that we have going on in life. Ultimately, we can go ahead and take care of those things ourselves. We can heal ourselves. If you watch the movie Heal, H-E-A-L, on Netflix, it talks all about this. So yesterday's conversation, we went very deep into the oxytocin and the drugs that the brain produces. I do want to give a shout out to my members here of the Rise as One Foundation Incorporated. As you can read here, it's the application to register as a foreign entity. I went down to the local bank here. We got that notarized. So we are filing this document tomorrow so we can do our will, God's will here in Virginia. We're going to be doing senior veterans houses here in Virginia. That is the document. It's going to allow us to market, to find properties to be donated to our foundation. And then we're going to go out and fix those houses for our veterans. You guys can see I'm wearing my veterans hat today. It's just no coincidence. I just put the hat on because I was sitting right here. And I went out to the truck and I picked up this document that got notarized tomorrow, or yesterday. I'm going to mail out tomorrow. The Rise as One Foundation, we're going to start marketing for properties for people to donate. We're going to take those properties, go in with our fix and flip team, and make them ADA accessible with handicap ramps and grab bars and wheelchairs into the shower. I just built the house exactly like this in New Fairfield, Connecticut, right before I left. Kenny, good to see you, brother. So we just built that house out there. I was going to do it up there, and the town started busting my chops. I said, you know what? I see the vision. I see what's going to happen. I need to get out of Connecticut. I sold like 7 properties, came down here, and now we're going to build these veteran houses right here in the front yard. So the money that I was making in rental properties up there, I'm going to have less property down here making the same amount of money. So I just swapped it out. Less headache for me, number one. Number two, you're serving the underserved The world's greatest generation, our veterans. They are the world's greatest givers. So I'm excited about that. But today I want to come to you about spontaneousness. How do we be spontaneous and create these magic moments? Did I know dolphins were going to be out there swimming in the river? No. But this always happens to me when you raise, I've been talking about this for weeks, when you raise your level of vibration. And I know George is getting a lot of this because Georgia keeps logging on. She's taking on this energy. And I know there's shifts going on in her life right now just by watching this. Increasing that. If you guys in the Rise as One group, you saw yesterday, Chuck, thank you so much for that testimonial yesterday from Chuck. He said, this is going to happen to you. This is going to happen to every one of us. We have to allow ourselves the space to get that. And here's what it is. When you create the habits that serve you and your purpose and your mission and the things that you love to do, your energy can shift in 24 hours. That's what happened to Chuck. He did the 9-day free meditation. Then he came on to our 333 call on Sunday. Then he joined our diamond level program. Watch this guy's life shift before your eyes. He's going to be vibrating at such a high frequency. Wherever he's going to go, he's going to have dolphins showing up in his life too. You go to the front of the grocery store, all of a sudden a parking spot's going to open up. Someone be in front of you is going to pay for your coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. This always happens to you. But we have to get our vibration up. Good to see you, Robert Aguilar. I hope you enjoyed that video of the dolphins down there, brother. We just got back here to the house. I can't wait to have Robert and his beautiful queen Michelle out here and his kids. Take them on that pontoon boat. Robert, I just talked to the guy at the marina. He's got a beautiful fishing boat there with a center console. We're going to go out there and catch a bunch of fish, bring them back here to the house, have a big barbecue. We're going to have bow and arrow game like we played down there, Robert, in Florida. It's dodgeball bow and arrow, guys. If you haven't seen this, look it up on YouTube. It's the coolest thing ever. You have like 5-on-5, the closest you can get to 10 feet apart from each other, and this bow and arrow with these round styrophones on it, and they go like 40 yards, 30 yards in the air, and you shoot each other. Last man standing, last woman standing is the winner. Good to see you, Paul. What's up, brother? It's a pretty cool video today. Those live dolphins, right? But this always happens to me, and Paul knows about this. Paul's been following this journey now for about 8 months, but Robert Aguilar can attest to this. This has been happening to me for about 4 years. It just keeps on happening because that's the vibration, that's the awareness, that's the consciousness that we raise up to. So Rise as One, the Spiritual Awakening. If you haven't gotten that book yet, I highly suggest you go on Amazon today, pick up that book, $5. You spend more than $5 on a cup of coffee this week. Well, this book's going to change your life to start that awakening process, because there's a book 2 and book 3 coming out right behind it that's going to go deeper into this content. It's not for me, it's for you. And yes, it's an awesome game, Robert. So I'm excited to see the people come down here. We're going to have cornhole set up, horseshoes, washer game, bow and arrow game. I'm going to have experiences set up for you guys, including fishing. We'll go golfing and all these things where you call feeding the king, feeding the queen, feeding our family like I did last weekend in golfing. We have to do those things. And then once a week, celebrate our wins. We don't celebrate enough because we're worried about what they're going to say. I call BS on that. Don't worry about what they say. Raise your vibration, raise your level of awareness, serving people around you, getting better than you were yesterday. All these things we've been talking about, that's what we should be doing every single day. Good to see you, Dave. How you doing, brother? So we just got back. So this morning's meditation, I was sitting out here, the sun came up again. I got a lot of sun on my face that I can feel it, and the voice says, do something spontaneous. So what turned into a spontaneous renting of a pontoon boat and telling Kathy, hey, we're going to go do something special today. I got something planned for you. And we surprised her. Got the 2 dogs. Kathy went down there at this pontoon boat. Beautiful $45,000 pontoon boat. Couple $100. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, James Clapp. Next thing you know, as soon as we get out there, within 20 minutes, there comes these 20 dolphins out of the water chasing the bait fish. We got right up close and personal with those things. Joe Shantz had the video going on my face. Go back and look on my personal page here. I was videotaping that live, and the dolphins were coming, and like 4 of them shot right underneath our boat. I got the video taping them as they shot under our boat, so go back and watch that video. So what happened as a message in my meditation to a spontaneous event turned into a magic moment for Kathy. She will never forget this. Turned a magic moment for me. I will never forget this day. This is how we have to do it. Especially you guys with kids out there. A great conversation with Daniel Barish yesterday about creating these magic moments. He's got his 2 young kids. This is the times, Robert, and you got like 5 kids. This is the time in our lives we have to create these magic moments for them. We get one shot at that. One shot at making those magic moments. One shot at being spontaneous. When the voice is telling you to do something, go do that. Regardless, work's going to be there tomorrow, and all this other stuff's going to be there tomorrow. You can go out there and make something happen at a spontaneous moment. I had a ton of stuff I could have done today. I said, you know what? What if tomorrow never comes? And I passed up what the voice was telling me to do. To not experience the dolphins jumping out of the water out there. A nice calm day, 75 degrees, the sun was out, it was absolutely beautiful. Met some good people over there. Never been to Deltaville before, so we had that as a new experience. Beautiful little town, little shops there. It was absolutely gorgeous. Kathy loves it. They have a couple flea markets, so I know she'll go back. There's only like 17 minutes from the house to get there. Guy had a big old marina. He's like 35 years in the sailboat and marina business, so this guy was like so chill. Those are the people's vibration you got to get around. That's the success. Because there's plenty of people that are successful out there. There's plenty of people that are millionaires out there, but to go to your grave unfulfilled, to me, is the ultimate failure. Because everything that you need is in your tool belt of life, right on your body. Everything that it requires, you already have within you. All we have to do is waken that part. Rise as one, the spiritual awakening. It's time to be awakened to what really matters in life. Stop chasing things. Become it, and those things will be attracted to you. And that's how we set up the Rise as One framework inside the membership. So all these things that I've done, you can do it too. All these things that we attract, you can attract them too. All the prosperity in life, you can have the abundance too. We have to surrender to the illusion of what we must get done. What is in the world that we should have done. All those things that we tell ourselves is just the small self telling us what we should be doing. Tell that small self to get in the back of the car. You're the driver. Here's where I'm going. Joe's going there. James is going there. Dave's going there. All of you are going there. You're the driver. You are the driver of your life. So when a day comes up like today and you get the calmness out there, as you can hear the crows and the crickets, that's peace. Your job is to live in peace. You have plenty of time to rest in peace. So today, I'll challenge you the rest of this week and this weekend. Find something you can be spontaneous at. Georgia, do something with your mother. Robert, do something with your wife and kids. Paul, do something with your dogs and girlfriend and kids. Joe, go out there and do something with your employees. This may be our last opportunity. And if you get another day tomorrow, guess what? That's the new day's gift. So I honor and appreciate each and every one of you for continuing to show up. I would recommend getting the book out there, Rise as One, The Spiritual Awakening, on Amazon. I would recommend signing up for the Rise membership. Do a 3-month membership. Do 90 days. What can you do in 90 days to create the habits that serve you? And if you want to get out after 90 days, get out after 90 days. Simple system to follow. But it's not easy because you have to show up. And there's teammates on that app are going to hold you accountable and check in on you. So in those days that you don't feel like doing it, that person's going to give you a phone call. That person's going to check in on you. Hey man, keep going. Keep moving forward. Don't stop. And once you keep going, guess what? Eventually, whatever stays in motion, like that boulder going down the mountain, it'll continue to get in motion. And that big snowball going down the mountain will get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now you can collect more people with you. You got multiple snowballs, and all of you will be going down the mountain together, having fun, enjoying life, being spontaneous, creating those magic moments for you and your kids and your wife. These are opportunities in life that we have right now, because what I heard today on my coaching call was that when we finally stand still, we can hear the blessing of the message that we've been missing because we're going 100 miles an hour over here doing 100 different things, picking up this, doing that, and before you know it, time has passed us by. Now we're being forced to stand still. Now we can really adapt and adjust to maybe what I've been doing before. I'm going to alter this and leverage some things so people can do those things that I was doing. We don't have to be in full control of everything. Maybe just those people can do 80-85% of what you do is going to be good enough. So you can go out there and be spontaneous and create those magic moments and go swim with the dolphins. Because in the end, that's what they're going to remember. So thank you guys for continuing to follow this journey. We're closing in on May 1st. The country's going to start opening up again. We're going to figure this thing out together. And when it's all said and done together, we're going to rise as one. Keep showing up. I'm telling you, the best is yet to come. They haven't seen nothing yet. We are just starting now. We are out of the starting gates. Everything's in place. The veteran homes will be here very shortly. Thank you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for listening to these messages and also executing on the information. Because knowledge without execution is just more information. You don't need more information. We need to execute on what you already know and everything that you requires within you now. So good to see you, Mr. Hepner. You guys have a blessed and fantastic Wednesday. Build on this momentum. It's hump day. We're at the top of the hill. Get that momentum going downhill and pedal a little faster. Put it in high gear and let it rip. I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep showing up. They have not seen nothing yet. The best is yet to come when it's all said and done together. We'll rise as one.